Now, I am one for definitely being comfortable, but when you're in a position where we're just trying to get to A to B, you have to be someone of the people. And we've all spent the same amount of money getting on this flight, hopefully. So in theory, we should all struggle together. 30% of the people in that poll said that they recline their chair in economy. And I don't want to say you're the problem, but you're the problem. But that's not why we're here today. That's not what I'm here to discuss. What I'm here to discuss is this one man that's teased me off enough that I just thought, let's just make a video on this because that will work and it'll be a nice little closing to this whole weekend. It starts very simply. I get my chair, and my chair on the ticket is 5F. F being a window seat. Now, personally, I'm an aisle person. Why? I'm 6'3", and I can put my legs out, and then we're happy. I don't need to worry about like the extra stress. My knees are already sore from the convention, and I'm looking forward to that. And you can ask for whatever seat, and I was too tired and forgot to ask. So as I get there, and I go ABC, that's not my side. DEF, this is where I'm at, and I look up and I see the number and the letter, and I bring my eyes down to my seat. There was a man there, and now the problems begin. It's just like the cinema when someone's in your seat, getting on a plane like that. Because when someone's in your allocated seat, your brain starts to panic a little bit. Because you want to go, that's my seat. And you also don't want to come off as an absolute dick. And the way that I try to pull it off is just to let the man that's sitting in the aisle seat already, so I know I'm not getting that one. I see the middle seat, and I know for fucking sure I'm not taking that one. Because who likes the middle seat? Like the window, you get a view, you get a nice picture or two. So like my brain, I'm like, wow, there's a nice little picturesque moment taking off. Maybe the propellers in the plane. Maybe, I don't know. You get the runway like up and down. You get a video of that each way. You get some nice pictures of the skyline as you're flying over. It's Glasgow, but it has some nice lights on the way in. And I try and approach it in a very stoic way. Because I look at the man in the aisle and he stands up. He goes, oh. And I say to the guy, oh, that's my seat. The man clocks me coming on board, looking at row 5, and he pulls this maneuver off. Anyway, Sandra, like, he pulls that off. And I'm now in a position where I'm like, I really don't want the middle seat. But I turn around, kind of like I was asking the people behind me the nick of this guy. And I realise there's a queue, and I submit. I tap. And in my head as I'm sitting down, not only is this man now my enemy, I'm just going in my head and complaining about every little scenario of why I'm now going to hate this guy. I'm tired and petty, but I'm willing to do the work. And as this is happening, I'm just realising this will now be one of those moments in my life that every time something small and inconvenient happens to me as a man where I feel like I should have stood up for myself and I should have been stronger in that moment and I shouldn't have got pushed around, this will be one of those moments when I'm going to sleep at night and it just goes, bitch boy, you should have done something about that. You just let him take your seat. You could have got videos of the takeoff and the landing. You could have done the whole lot, and I didn't. And I didn't say a word. I just slowly went, okay, and sat down. I would love to tell you that was the worst part of this man, but it wasn't. It got significantly worse, and I know I'm going to complain about him just because he's done this to me. Because ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this was just the beginning reason to dislike this man. I look over at his phone, I'm nosy, I'm sitting there on a cramped flight and I'm in the middle seat, I'm taking every advantage, I'm taking the armrests, both sides. I'm doing the work. As I look at his phone, I'm starting to notice there's a little detail on there that scares me. Because usually someone's wallpaper, not their lock screen, wallpaper, is something quite nice. It's quite abstract. Maybe a picture of the family. Maybe something funny, even. This man has a selfie of him. Nothing behind him. Nothing of interest. He's not got, like, family or anything like that behind him. It's just a picture of him staring right down the lens. Like that. That just makes me realise I'm sitting next to a psychopath. It then gets significantly worse when the trolley lady starts to come down. Bless her, being so polite, being a lovely woman that she is. Sandwich, anything to drink? Just going around. Anything from the trolley. And as she gets to us, gets to our row, the man then says, oh, just an orange juice, please. Takes an orange juice. My brain goes, that sounds great. Yeah, can I have an orange juice as well, please? Pours out the orange juice. There you go. We come to the man on the inside, the retrobate that is sitting next to me, and he goes, can I get an apple juice? And I'm not saying that's the reason I dislike him. The reason I dislike him is because he then followed it up with, can Can I get a warm water as well? There's no combination of those two that ever makes sense. And I refuse to believe anyone in here takes their apple juice warm. That is Dr. Disrespect level. That is every Minecrafter that has been caught level of a disgusting human being. To ask for not only apple juice, but warm water to mix with it. And on top of that, I'm sitting there and I don't say anything. I'm giving him the... trying to figure out what's going on here. He takes exactly half of the apple juice, throws it back, and then pours the warm water into it. And I'm not saying a word, but my eyes and my face are definitely telling a story, because there's just disgust. I'm like, there's no way this is what's going on. And I failed chemistry in high school, but I remember for a fact that if you pour warm water into a cold liquid, you're probably just going to get lukewarm apple juice. So as I'm sitting watching this, the man doesn't hesitate. He just hands the whole thing in one, and he's got half a cup of warm water left, and he just leaves it. He just waits until it's nice, normal temperature water, and then drinks that. Which is such like a small detail, but it just throws me off, because just ask for water, and you would have been fine. But no, we had to go at that extra mile to get to where we are. There's one more thing to wrap this man up. You can disagree with me on if you recline the seat or not. What you cannot disagree with me on is there's so many ways that you could sleep on a plane. And it goes something like this. Number 1. Or number 2, table comes down. That's the 2 ways. There's the 2 ways that you can physically sleep. This man decides to take his nap in the brace position, with his head right between his legs, his arms over him like that, and he disappears into the chair. He folds up like a chair, and he disappears into it. I don't understand it. But this man falls asleep for 30 minutes, like that, while his water cools down. And I'm just lost. And I'm scared and confused. And as we get off the plane, I've never been faster to run away from a man in my life, because I just knew there's something extremely wrong with this guy. Anyway, I don't really have an ending to this. I just wanted to tell you and share this absolute massacre of a man. If he ever sees this, God bless you, sir. God bless you. I hope the best, but I also hope to never run into you again. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.